Hey everyone, and welcome to part 1 of a 3-part series that I will be doing, the What Ifs of Dragon Ball, specifically the ones that are on Pojo.com. Now, I don't know if any of you remembered Pojo, but back whenever I was a young Dragon Ball fan, I used to go over to that site all the time for information and all kinds of cool other stuff. And so one thing I remembered was that they had really interesting what ifs, so I'm gonna go over them and answer them myself. I'll be leaving a link in the description for these what ifs if you'd like to check them out, and these people's spins on what they think would happen. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, first question. What if future Gohan had survived the fight with the androids? Well, I don't think that Trunks would have had the motivation to go back in time, because I think that Gohan dying was the straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, I think that if Trunks didn't go back in time, Zamasu wouldn't be a thing. So there's that. Well, ultimately what I think would happen is it really just depends on what you mean by Gohan surviving. Like, did he get crippled? Is he gonna be alright? Did he get a Zenkai? I mean, it really boils down to each of those. And I would say that if Gohan got a Zenkai, maybe he would actually do better against the artificial humans. If Gohan was crippled, I don't really think that there would be much of a difference besides just that Gohan would be encouraging Trunks to go back in time. Alright, next question. What if Goku never had the heart virus in Trunks' time? Well, obviously Trunks would have probably never traveled back in time to go give him the heart medicine. But if Goku never had the heart virus, I think that he would have had kind of a similar fate to everyone else. I think that Goku would have probably died. I do think that 3 years of training really did make a huge difference into him surviving. But then again, you kind of have to remember that the artificial humans arc and the artificial humans in general are motivated by the Terminator series, and if you remember what the Terminator said, "Judgment Day is inevitable." So, I mean, that's kind of like one of the reasons why I think that the androids were stronger in that timeline, because the androids being that tough was inevitable. So I think no matter how strong our heroes were at that time, after the 3 years of training, I still think that they would have lost against the androids. Honestly, I don't think he would have made much of a difference. When Trunks goes back, he'll just be telling Goku to train, and then Goku won't get the heart virus during the fight with number 19. So I think that the whole fight with number 19 and 20 would probably go better. And next question. What if Bulma never made a time machine? Well, obviously there would not be a pissed off Zamasu, but obviously this is in the context of before Super was a thing. So if she never made a time machine, I think that Trunks would have probably just kept training and kept training. Eventually he might have been able to take down the artificial humans. Next question. What if Bardock's team had waited for him to heal? I think that Bardock might have been killed off sooner if that were the case, because Bardock going over there and fighting all the henchmen before Dodoria, and him having enough distance between him and Dodoria to where Dodoria was confused whether or not he was dead, I think that saved him. So if Bardock's team would have waited for him to heal, I honestly don't think things would have gone very well, especially if they were all together whenever Dodoria attacked. Alright, next question. What if Gohan went Super Saiyan during the training for the androids? And see, if it really was pronounced Saiyan or supposed to be pronounced Saiyan, it would be spelled like that instead of Saiyan. That's why I say Saiyan, and that's the way... Well, I mean, you could say Saiyan, I won't really care. But I'm getting off on a tangent. So what would I think? Honestly, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. The only thing that would have happened is that maybe Gohan would have gotten his ass kicked too whenever everyone was jumping in to fight number 17 and number 18. So, honestly, they're I don't really see too much happening besides like a bunch of freaked out reactions. So, what if Goku hadn't been sent to Earth? Well, Turles is the answer there. Like, if Goku was not sent to Earth, just watch the Tree of Might. Alright. What if Goku wanted him and Gohan to be last? I'm not too sure what they're asking here, so... Okay, I don't understand the question, so I'm just gonna move on. What if Yamcha, Tyne, and Chaozu also participated in the fight with Ryzza on Namek? Well, again, this is just something I don't really see too much of a difference in, just besides the fact that they would probably die against Frieza instead of Nappa. And honestly, if they were to make it that far to the Frieza fight, that would be really surprising, because you'd figure that like one or two would die against the Ginyu Force. Alright, so what if Gohan fought Cell before Goku? Well, for starters, Goku would not have been tired against the Cell Jr., so he probably would have been able to beat him. And honestly, I see almost everything playing out the same, except for Cell. Yeah, I just see everything mostly playing out the same. Like, maybe Gohan would have defeated Cell before anything happened? I'm not sure. Well, the thing is that everyone was panicking because Gohan was getting defeated and all that. Alright, next question. What if Trunks and Vegeta got out of the Room of Spirit, the Room of Time and Spirit, before Cell absorbed 17 during the Battle of Piccolo in 17? Well, I do think that Cell would probably sense Super Saiyan Vegeta coming towards him, so I think Cell would probably end up getting desperate and trying to absorb 17 even faster. I do think that Cell would probably pull out his ultimate technique against number 16. So honestly, if Vegeta got there, then the whole thing would be over. And there would probably be no Super Saiyan 2, and if there was, it would probably be discovered a lot later. And then, of course, Goku surviving, since he did not get killed by Cell, he would not have the chance to learn Super Saiyan 3, so there's that too. What if Goku never hit his head and lost his memories? Again, that can be answered by watching the Tree of Might movie. I mean, I understand that these were kind of like questions or what-ifs that were asked like in Dragon Ball's infancy, so these questions were kind of not too well thought out, but... because I don't know, it's just... I mean, there's a lot of fan fiction out there. Like, there's multiverse... I mean, if you want to see a story like that, I'm sure there's lots. Next question. What if Pycon was a Z fighter during DBZ? So, I'm going to assume that they're asking, like, what if Pycon was somehow revived along with, like, Goku or something? Like, after their fight, like, they both got revived. Honestly, I just think that there would be more warriors to fight against Babidi and the minions. So that would be just the one thing. The thing is that once Majin Buu appears, Super Saiyan 2 is kind of shown to be obsolete, and Pycon is kind of around Super Saiyan 2 strength, so... yeah, I don't really think that Pycon would make much of a difference against the fight with Buu, unless if maybe he fused with someone. So, I mean... so yeah, I guess he's just fusion fodder. Next question. What if Ryzza had killed Gohan instead of Crillon? Well, honestly, I think that Goku would have probably gotten even more mad. I think that he would have probably been even in a more stage of bloodlust than if Ryzza had killed Crillon. Because that is Goku's son, and Goku was Goku was willing to risk everything to go and save Gohan against Raditz, so I can't imagine how much anger Goku would be feeling if someone killed his son versus his best friend. So I honestly think that Goku might not have even given Frieza any mercy, that he probably would have just killed him on the spot or something. And no Mecha Frieza. Alright. What if the Z sword from the planet of the Kais had never broken? Wow, this is actually pretty interesting. So basically what would have happened, there would be no Potara, at least until... Well, the thing is that Zamos would show that the earrings are fusion material, and then that would give Goku and Vegeta the idea. So basically, 1, there would be no Vegito, 2, there would be no Super Gohan. But how I think the fight with Super Buu would play out, Gotenks would have to do the job though. And since Super Buu did not sense Super Gohan from far away, I think that Super Buu would not have drawn out so much time, like whenever they were fighting, like how he was hiding in the crater. So I think that Gotenks might have been able to get the job done. Just assuming that he had those couple of seconds. What if Nappa hadn't been crippled? Well, honestly, I don't see anything good for the heroes coming out of this. Obviously, I think he would jump in, kind of similar to how Geese did with Ginyu. And the thing is, I don't think that Vegeta would really have a problem with it, especially if Goku's using the Kaioken times 3. Also, if Vegeta were to create the artificial moon and they were to both turn into Ozaru, Goku would be so screwed. So honestly, Nappa dying was probably for the best for the heroes, because Nappa would have probably given chase to Gohan and Crillon and killed them, or jumped in at a really critical point in the Goku versus Vegeta fight. What if Gohan actually had given up against Cell? I mean, this is kind of a weird one, because I don't see Gohan just sitting there and letting Cell get have his way without at least a fight. Because if Gohan gave up, I think everyone would probably at least try and jump in and gang up on Cell. But I think that all Cell would have to do is just charge up to full power, and then he would annihilate everyone. So Gohan giving up and not fighting, series ender. Cell would rule the universe, at least until Beerus woke up. Next question. What if Dende healed Tien after Buu absorbed Gohan, and Goku fused with Tien, becoming Taiyoku? That's actually really interesting. I've thought about this before, and honestly I don't think that Goku's strength would increase a bunch because of their strength difference. But I do think that maybe if Goku were to be able to get off Kikoho, maybe that would be enough to defeat Buu. I don't know, I mean, the Kikoho was enough to let Ten Shinhan actually hold back Cell, so I mean it has to have at least some power behind it. The fusion wouldn't be that strong, but Goku would have to rely on the Kikoho to finish the job. Next question. What if Ryzza had attacked Goku first before killing Krillin? Well, obviously Goku would not have become a Super Saiyan, and Frieza would have kept his rank as #1 in the universe, at least until Beerus woke up. What if the Saiyans never killed the Tuffles of Planet Plant? Well, Baby wouldn't be pissed off, that's for sure. GT would basically go exactly the same, and there'd only be the Shadow Dragons arc. Like, they'd get the Dragon Balls, the Black Star Dragon Balls, secure the Earth, and then just wait around, and then the Shadow Dragons would appear, and they would be screwed because Goku doesn't know the Super Saiyan 4. So yeah, the Saiyans killing the Tuffles actually saved Goku and the gang. Next question. What if Piccolo had remembered to use his new abilities from King Kai, namely the Kaioken when he fought Ryzza? See, this is actually like a major plot hole, and Piccolo does not know any abilities from Kaio. Like, I mean, it doesn't make any sense why he doesn't, but he just doesn't. So, yeah, there's no reason to really think that Piccolo would know the Kaioken or Genki Dama. But just to answer this question, Piccolo would force Frieza to transform, and then once Frieza powered up, he'd be done. Because even if Piccolo could use the Kaioken times 20, I have Piccolo at 1.5 million, and that would put him at 30 million at the Kaioken times 20. And so, Frieza would just have to go 50% and it'd be over. But other than that, Piccolo would definitely put up a better fight. Next question. What if Goku and Gohan went into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber before Vegeta and Trunks? Now, this could really go any way, but I do think that they would have been able to come out and easily defeat Semi-Perfect Cell. Easily defeat Semi-Perfect Cell. But imagine if Goku, like, does a Vegeta and is like, okay, Cell, I'll just let you absorb 18 so I can have a good fight. But, well, the thing is that if Gohan wanted to stop Cell from absorbing 18, he could, because I don't think Goku would go and, like, prevent Gohan from stopping Cell, like how Vegeta was attacking Trunks. So yeah, this could go two ways. So one way, it would be Goku encourages Cell to absorb 18 so he can have a good fight, and Gohan would probably try and stop it. And if Gohan stopped it, be a similar scenario to the one I answered above. No, they'd be discovering Super Saiyan 2 a lot later. Goku probably wouldn't learn the Super Saiyan 3 because he did not have the afterlife training, and the Majin Buu arc would probably go a lot worse if they didn't prevent his hatching. Next question. What if Ultra Perfect Cell could have absorbed 13, 14, and 15? Alright, so this is kind of an odd question because they're both from two different continuities. So, just to answer the question, I think that Ultra Perfect Cell might double in power, perhaps, at most. I would say that he would get a huge boost, at least like a 50% to 2 times boost. But other than that, Ultra Perfect Cell would not be as strong as Buu, but he would probably be stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Goku or Super Saiyan 2 Majin Vegeta. So, yeah, there's that. And next question. What if Mystic Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 when he fought Buu? This is impossible. The Elder Kaioshin already said that Gohan was bringing all of his latent power out, and that turning Super Saiyan is unnecessary at that point. So this is kind of a redundant question, but if Mystic Gohan gained 100 times boost, he'd be in like God tier. Like he would. Like not like Super Saiyan Blue or even Super Saiyan God, the Super Saiyan Red form, but he would probably be like in the realm of like base Vegeta God Ki. So yeah, Mystic Gohan would be tremendously overpowered. What if Krillin killed Vegeta with Yagorobi's sword? This one's a pretty asked question I've seen a lot, and there's a lot of spins. But honestly, I think that what would have to happen, that Krillin and Gohan would go to Namek, and they'd have to basically lay low the entire time until Goku arrived. Alright, and the last question for today. What if Gohan kept training instead of studying? The Gohan fans are gonna like this. Well, obviously I think that Gohan would be much stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Goku or Majin Vegeta. The only thing is that once Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, that's whenever he would overpower Gohan. So I think that Gohan would have done way better against Majin Buu, but I don't know if he would have been able to beat him if he went full power. It is up to interpretation of how strong you think the Saiyans got in the 7-year gap. So I mean, I honestly think that Gohan would be a great deal stronger, but maybe he would actually be able to fight one-on-one with Buu at that point, Fat Buu. So either Gohan would not do so well against Buu, but definitely be able to put up more of a fight than Majin Vegeta did, or Gohan would actually be able to beat him this time. And also, I do think that after 7 years, Gohan would be able to get a grip on how to control his rage boosts. So there's that too. Alright, well I think that wraps it up for today. Look forward to part 2 and part 3 in the future. But as always guys, thank you for watching, and have a great day.